share with me where you're from, as well as what your inspiration is to practice together today. And as you're doing that, let me just tell you a little bit about Healthy Minds Innovations if you're not familiar. We are a nonprofit whose mission is to uh, take science and we translate it into tools to both cultivate and assess well-being. And if you're not familiar with us, you can check out the link in the box below this video, and I think it'll also be populated in the chat box to the side as well. So happy that you're here with me today. And of course, this offering is here because we are wanting to come together as a community to practice and to support each other as we are navigating life in a pandemic. And I don't know about you, but I'm finding very much my life has evolved since we first implemented the stay-at-home policy. And I was inspired actually by this evolution and decided today to bring forth a practice that is really around using awareness to listen to sensations in the body. What I'm knowing is, what I'm noticing now is about 3 weeks in that I am in front of my computer a lot. I'm dealing with anxiety when I go to the grocery store, as I think I mentioned the last time that I guided practice. And so it's really necessitating me to listen to my body in a different way. And so, what we can do through this practice of bringing awareness to the physical sensations in our body is that we can then listen to these sensations to make decisions to help us optimize our well being. So, for example, we might find that when we're in line to get into the grocery store, that we might benefit from just taking a couple of really deep breaths. And we can notice this, we can notice that anxiety by bringing our awareness to the sensations in our body. Similarly, many of us are in front of technology a lot more. And so, as we're in front of our computers, using awareness to notice, oh my gosh, I think I might need to step away from my computer and take a break right now. And lots of other cues that we can use to just really help us make decisions around tending to our well-being by bringing awareness to the body. And so awareness is actually one of the pillars of the Healthy Minds model of well-being. Our model of well-being has 4 different aspects that are trainable, and these are awareness, connection, insight, and purpose. And so the practice that I'm going to be guiding today is going to be a 20-minute practice really focused on awareness of physical sensations. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Just get yourself into a comfortable seat here, and you can actually decide if you want to practice sitting or lying down. Just taking a moment to check in with your body and organize yourself in a way that feels supportive to practicing for the next 20 minutes or so. And you can choose to practice with your eyes open or your eyes closed. I'm going to practice with my eyes open since I'm looking at the camera, but I want to encourage you to do what feels right for you. And then just take a moment to notice something in your current environment. It might be sound, sight, or even breath. So just using one of these things in your present experience to become grounded and present in our practice. Letting go of any of the busyness that may have propelled you to this point in your day, and just allowing yourself to be with some aspect of your experience. And we're going to go through a step-by-step practice in which I'm going to invite you to pay attention to different sensations in your body. And the idea here is not to fix or change your experience. It's just simply to know and notice what's happening, whether the sensations are pleasant, unpleasant, or even neutral. So begin by bringing your awareness to the sensations at the top of your head. You might notice a slight tingling, maybe even a little tension in your scalp. Whatever's happening, just notice those sensations at the top of your head. And then bring awareness to the sensations in your face, your eyes, your jaw, your cheeks. Notice if there's tension. And perhaps simply in just knowing the tension, you can relax just 0.5%. And the idea here is when you become disconnected from this knowing, you can bring your awareness back again and again to the sensations in the body that we're working with. Hear the sensations in the face. And then notice sensations in the back of your head, back of your neck, and your shoulders. Notice any sensations there. And allow whatever sensations are happening to be okay as they are. You may notice thoughts come and go, and thoughts aren't a problem. Simply notice that they're there. Let them come, let them go, while remaining present with those sensations in your body. And then bring awareness to sensations in your chest and your belly. Is there any holding of the breath happening? And if it is, just allow whatever is happening to be okay, but perhaps there can be just a sense of relaxing, relaxing the belly, relaxing the chest. You may notice the sensation of the chest and the belly rising and falling with the breath. And continue to just notice those sensations. And then bring awareness to sensations in your arms, your upper arms, lower arms, and hands. Notice what sensations are happening. Perhaps you can even just notice those sensations in the palms of your hands, feeling of energy or aliveness wherever it's happening in your arms, hands, and fingers. And then bring awareness to your upper legs, your thighs, knees. Notice the feeling of the seat or cushion underneath your seat. Notice any other sensations in the upper legs. Bring awareness down to notice sensations in the lower legs, your calves, shins, heels. You might notice sensations that feel pleasant. Maybe there's discomfort or little sensation. Whatever is happening is absolutely okay. We are just aware and present with these signals that are happening in our body. And then just notice sensations in your feet, your toes, the soles of your feet. Remembering the point here is that we know what's happening in our body. And if we find ourselves projecting into thinking about the rest of our day, judging our experience, and we're no longer present with the sensations, the idea here is to bring awareness back to the sensations in the body again and again. This is how we train our minds in the recognition of awareness. And then notice how your body feels overall after going through this process of step by step noticing sensations in parts of the body that maybe you don't normally notice. And tune into how your body is feeling right now. And as you're sitting here, see if there's a part of the body that you want to explore again. There's a particularly strong sensation, or maybe even an area in which there wasn't much of a sensation at all. And just take a couple of moments here to explore and notice the sensations in that area. And then you can drop the technique altogether and just allow your mind to rest in a state of presence, naturalness. And just take a moment to reflect on the practice and see if you can tune into what your body needs right now. As a result of doing this exploration, is there anything that emerged? Maybe there's hunger, desire to move, step away from the computer screen. So, whatever is happening, see if you can notice what your body needs right now. All right, nicely done. I'd love for you to share, if you feel inspired, what your body needs from you today. I would love to hear in the chat function if there's something that emerged from you doing this practice. And as I'm waiting just for the broadcast delay between the chat and receiving it, I just want to say that there's just a lot that can be done with tuning into the sensations in the body. It can be done in the moment, like I mentioned, when you're in the store and you need to orient yourself. What does my body need in the middle of your workday if you're an essential worker and you're not able to sort of tend to your well-being the way that you normally would? Just seeing what is there something that I can do right now to support the signals that I'm finding in my body? And it might just be in those moments simply taking 3 intentional deep breaths. It can just be that easy. And for me, I find a lot of benefit doing this practice in the middle of the night. If I wake up and I'm having that moment where I can't fall back asleep, just paying attention to the sensations in the body and becoming embodied allows me to just tune in and be present rather than spinning off in those thoughts. All right. Monica's saying drink water and more movement. Dawn, stepping away from my desk and screens more often. I feel you there, Dawn. Thank you for sharing that. Catherine, stretching. Shirley, breathe. Yeah, nice. Paying attention and unclenching the jaw. Yeah. Regenerating energy emerge from the body. Need to stand up. So useful, right? These signals that we're getting in our bodies all the time are so useful. And I think in times of stress and in times where we're really dialed into our technology a lot, it's very easy to get out of touch with those sensations. Yeah, Diane saying, interesting knowing um, the need to have less outer information to settle the nervous system. Yeah, great. Wonderful. Yeah, I would really encourage you to try and work with this practice and see if it's useful for you. And there are many opportunities for you to be able to practice this week. Tomorrow, Jay Vidyarthi is going to be guiding a practice at 9 a.m. Central Time. And then we've got other opportunities to practice on both Thursday and Friday. You can tune into our social media channels. We're very diligent about posting the schedule on Facebook. That's probably the best source of our schedule, and just really encourage you to continue to work with your practice. If you're inspired to really engage in a more formal practice right now, we've got the Healthy Minds program app that you can find out more at tryhealthyminds.org. It's a program that's freely offered for individuals due to the generosity of our donors. We're so grateful for our generous donors. And if you haven't had the chance to explore the program yet, it just really is a wonderful resource. Thank you so much for your practice, and I look forward to connecting with you next week at this time. Have a wonderful day.